right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Chef
Good
Jessie.
afternoon, Anton.
Yes. Good afternoon to all the people watching on the live stream or watching on the replay. And we have a special guest discussion, an awesome live discussion with Chef Jessie Sincioco of Chef Jessie's restaurant. And we were here to learn more about what happened during the pandemic lessons and especially this coming Valentine's Day, no? What happened with the intimate dates, fine dining? I actually have a lot of questions for you, Chef
Okay,
Jessie.
okay.
And please to join us. If you have questions, put it on the questions below. My name is Anton Diaz, founder of Our Awesome Planet, and we're talking to Chef Jessie. All right. Thank you. And we're here talking to thank you for All right, chef. All
Yes,
right.
Anton.
I know you're very busy and thank you so much for having this discussion with us. And maybe we'll start off a short introduction lang and then maybe what happened in 2020. What happened to Chef Jessie in 2020? I know a lot of people are asking what happened. 'Di ba, restaurants are heavily affected by this
Oh,
pandemic.
yeah.
So maybe you
Mhm.
can give us an update.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So can you yeah, maybe a short introduction and what happened during 2020?
Hi. Okay. Thank you, Anton, for inviting me to be with you this afternoon. Ah, okay. Short introduction. All right. Introduction about our restaurant, something like that.
Yeah, Chef Jessie, yes.
Okay. Well, everybody knows that I run Chef Jess restaurants, and we have outlets before in other places, but now because of the pandemic, I had to close some outlets also, and just maintain the one in Rockwell. So we have Chef Jessie Rockwell that is open every day from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. And we also do our all our uh, food for takeout in our commissary, which is located in Barangay Valenzuela in Makati. Well, that we constructed the building to become an events place, but because of again the pandemic, um, I've decided to close it and just dedicate it for takeout orders. So we do all our takeouts in Chef Jessie's place. So for now I'm just concentrating on these two outlets, Chef Jessie Rockwell and Chef Jessie's place for
Yeah.
our food for takeout.
All right. So how did you survive 2020? I know it 2020 was tough. What were the lessons you
My
learned?
God. Nako, Anton, I think we everybody is surprised. We were all surprised when we got hit by the pandemic, and we were all caught unaware. So when we learned about the virus, the spread of the virus, and it was at that time starting in Rockwell, sometime March, to be exact. We closed our restaurant in Rockwell in March on March 15, 2020, and that was the start of, I think, the the lockdown for everybody.
Yes.
So I also decided to close down our outlet at BGC.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
You have na
Oo,
palang
di ba? I don't know, were you able to go there?
no, not yet. Yeah.
Yeah, the one in BGC with Fred Yuson.
Yes.
Yes, that was also a beautiful place. But then, I have to narrow down my exposure to cut down on cost as well. So, outright, when we heard about the lockdown, you know what I did? Um, I thought of, I said, lockdown, that means everything will be closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I transferred all our perishables
Mhm.
from the two outlets, from BGC and the one at Rockwell, to our commissary.
Which is
And
where you're streaming now, correct?
yeah, where I am now. And it's just like 10 minutes away from Rockwell anyways. So, and then I decided to form a team that will be housed in the commissary.
Ah,
And yeah, and I said, we cannot just stop. You know, we closed the outlets in BGC, in Rockwell. So we can just stop. And then we started doing our takeout orders from the commissary. Until now, Anton, believe it or not, until now, I have people whom I quarantined here in the commissary who have, they've been here for 1 year,
for 1 year.
no going out. Yeah,
Talaga?
but
Wow.
they're so happy because they're like in a hotel. I converted the events halls into their dormitories. Two
Ah,
floors, two floors now are being used
okay.
as sleeping quarters, as dormitories for my staff. And di ba meron din kami, we have a roof deck here.
Yes.
So sabi ko, every time they want fresh air and they can do yung exercises and workouts, they can go to the roof deck and do that. It's nice to have to experience the sunrise and the sunset
Yes.
upstairs. And
Okay.
the skyline of Makati also. Yeah.
Okay. Now, question. Did the delivery service offset the dining service?
Oh my
And what
God.
do you think will happen in 2021? Kasi a lot of people are still ordering delivery.
Well, that is how restaurants go these days. That is the only way we could be alive and we could survive. Takeout orders, because people are still afraid to go out. Let's be honest. I mean, most especially our kind of clientele. I mean, they are really still afraid to go out and expose themselves. That is why delivery and take out orders still the way to go. Yeah. But
And
yeah, fortunately for us, we get naman orders every day.
mhm.
Yes.
But you reopened Rockwell na, no? Or hindi pa
We
ba?
did.
Oo.
We reopened Rockwell, di ba? We closed March. We
Mhm.
reopened in June. And then, if you remember, after opening it in June for, I think, about a month, we had to close again kasi nag-lockdown ulit. And then we reopened again after a month. So that was already like August. Yun. And then what the big problem with the restaurant is the number of guests that you can accommodate is really so limited. Di ba? 30% lang of your total seating capacity. So
Yeah.
we can only sit in our main dining. You're familiar with the with our main
Yes.
dining there, di ba? We can only sit a maximum of 30, 30 25
30
to 30. Yeah. Imagine what a big, you know,
reduction.
big reduction from before. We can sit about 100, 80, now 25, 30 lang.
Mhm.
And
What?
then,
Yes.
yeah, and then we can also use the second floor, yung aming dalawang function rooms. We have two function rooms upstairs. They also get booked. Like yesterday, we celebrated our 16th anniversary in Rockwell. Actually, more people want to come, but wala
Wow,
na. We
congratulations.
cannot. Thank you.
Oo.
We cannot accommodate them na. Mhm.
And
Yes.
yes. And no, so chef, what difference in behavior did you notice for the dining public, especially the fine dining or the intimate celebration? What happened in 2020? I know a lot of people go delivery, but was there any thing that you learned that you can share with all of us regarding this market?
Okay. You know naman our market is really the AB cluster. And we all say that they are the ones who don't get affected by any kind of economic situation or whatever crisis we undergo. But then uh, we also have to remember that most of the people in this cluster are the people who are more or less advanced in age, and they are the ones who would take extra precaution during this time. So they are very careful. They are actually afraid to go out. Um, from the regular days when we would run the restaurant and run it to full capacity, you know, now there are only like what I've said. It's only like really 20 to 25% of our total clientele who are, I would say, um, brave enough to go out and satisfy satisfy their cravings um, than than you know for safety a little bit.
Oo.
Although in Rockwell, in Rockwell is very strict.
Mhm.
Rockwell alone is very strict, and also more so with us because
Mhm.
I also don't like my staff to be exposed and put them in danger. So we take all the necessary precautions and protocols.
Mhm.
Mas mahigpit pa nga kami sa IATF, I think, because yeah, because I want my staff to be really safe, no, and most especially the guests who would come to us. Kaya kaya we set up the tables, um, in a way that guests would really think that they will feel very safe. As a matter of fact, I was there yesterday and I took some pictures. I don't know if I can show you. Um, you know,
Mhm.
we lined up the tables with tablecloth.
Mhm.
Tapos, on top of that, meron pa kaming paper.
Mhm.
Ayan, I can show you. Ito,
Yeah,
oh,
baka
this
you
is a
can show
very,
us.
pakita ko. Yan.
Oo.
This is a very good, yan, tinan mo, oh, yan.
Ah,
Di ba?
wow! Ang ganda.
Oh. Tinan
Okay.
mo kung paano namin sineset up. May tablecloth,
Oo.
and then on top of that, meron pa kaming paper, and
Oo.
then syempre, we have to observe social distancing.
Mhm.
So, for a table of four, we can only sit two.
Two. Okay.
Yan, tapos we provide each guest with bags where they can keep their yung masks.
Mhm.
And then eto tinan mo, we provide pa with yung acrylic dividers.
Oo. Okay.
Oh, di ba?
Mhm.
Yan no, yung mga
Yes.
ganyan.
Oo.
Tapos di ba before we serve our bread sa basket,
Yes.
ngayon we
Wala
serve
na. Hindi na.
no, we serve the bread individually sa mga plates. So
Ah,
each guest
mhm.
would have a plate. Kaya lang ang ginagamit namin instead of the cloth, mas maganda yung paper para right after use tatapon mo agad. Di
Yes.
ba?
Um,
Yan. Mhm.
yes. And chef, during this Valentine's weekend, no, this big weekend, are people trying to go out already for a big celebration like this, or people are still hesitant and stay at home to celebrate?
Oh, you know naman, when it comes to hotels and restaurants, Valentine's Day is the biggest day for us. Di ba?
Talaga.
Talong-talo niyan lahat ng all the days of the year.
Oo,
Talagang
kahit December, tali niya December.
kahit talo ang December ng Valentine's. Talagang
Ah,
Valentine's is our biggest day. And
okay.
actually, we're fully booked now. We are already fully booked. Well, with social distancing and the protocols,
Oo.
fully booked means ilang guest lang yan. Siguro at maximum 50.
Hmm.
Compared to before, we can do 200 covers, dinner pa lang.
Okay.
Ngayon, ngayon wala. Kaya
Oo. So mas relax pa? Mas relax yung service? Hindi naman.
relaxed in a way, but then, yun nga, kumusta naman yung kita namin? Diba?
Oo.
That is why, compared to last year lang, last Valentines, full house. Imagine, lunch, full ka na, like you have the restaurant full for lunch. So that is more or less about 120 guests. And then for dinner, you get around 200 guests. Compared to, siguro, I think ngayon, lunchtime, we're booked for about 35. And then for dinner, mga 50 or 60 lang. So compare that. It's a big loss. It's really a big loss. Yeah. Yung ayun na, talagang what we make nowadays is just enough for salaries.
So, Chef Al, there are people commenting, but can you stay in the center then? Para center.
Teka.
Yeah. Okay.
Center.
Okay. All right. Kenneth Camacho said, hi, Chef Cacho.
Kenneth Cacho? Yes. Kenneth Cacho is watching?
Yes. Kenneth says
Kenneth used to work with us.
Vince Upton said, Chef Jessie is the best. Always dine at Chef Jessie at Rockwell. Great food, staff, ambiance, and great chef. Even the good cook.
Who's that?
Vince Samson.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Vince Samson, how are you?
Balikbayan. Masarap ang bread nila.
Oh, yeah. Our ciabatta. Favorite ni Mr. Samson, ciabatta.
And of course, Carla La Fortesa, Chef Jessie.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Carla. Yes.
Chef. So Chef, in terms of what do you call this? In terms of dining at home, is there a trend that more and more people? I know you said you're fully booked in the restaurant. Are more people celebrating at home? And do you do fine dining at home? Is that a trend or a direction that we're going into?
Yes, I think that is one way. Yeah, the only way for people who are used to who are used to enjoying fine dining outside, to create that kind of ambiance in their own house. Kasi maganda naman mga bahay nila, di ba? It's just a matter of setting the table right, and we do that when we cater. So as I always say, when we do caterings, it's like dining in our restaurant, dining at Chef Jessie at the comforts of their homes. And so we do things plated the way they would get it in the restaurant. Yon.
And how big or how small do you accept private catering at home?
Nako, nowadays, well, before we have an SOP, like for sit down, it's normally minimum of 10 for sit down. For buffet, it's a minimum of 30. But nowadays, hindi na ako namimili, Anton. Kahit for 2 lang, tinatanggap ko. We cannot be choosy these days.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Chef Carla said, so Carla is married to a chef. Carla said, I work with her sa East West Bank online cooking event. I was the host. Yes.
Oh, yeah, Carla. Yes. Very good. She sings very well.
Oh nga, yes. And masarap yung chef niya, chef na husband.
We did one event with the East West Bank.
Oh.
And Carla was the MC and the singer. And I did a cooking demo for their top clients.
Galing ah.
We started with 120, naging 200 plus sila.
Ivan Madi said, I love the halaan soup and kamyas juice. So,
Oh,
in terms of menu, you still serve the same menu or you had to reduce menu and the price in the restaurant? What happened?
uh, well, I reduced the menu a bit. I took out the ones that are not really, that moving, because we have to narrow down on inventories to save. So, um, we are still retaining all the popular, of course, favorites of our very regular clients, because we don't like to disappoint them. Like when they come, at least we're guaranteed that they will still get their favorite dish, you know, or dishes. So, but if you like, I give out our takeout menu, and it's 8 pages pa rin, Anton. 8 pages.
Wow, 8 pages pa rin.
Mhm.
Okay. And when the pandemic started, people were saying fine dining is dead. What's your take on that? I guess it still survives, but in a different form. What's your take on that?
No naman. As we always say, if you're good, you can always survive any test. So, fine dining, uh, well, most probably, the number of people who would go out have drastically reduced. But I guarantee you, a lot of people who would normally dine in fine dining places, they miss doing that. And that is what I collect from people who would come to us. Every time they would call me, Jessie, I miss coming to your restaurant. But I always tell them, you don't have to miss our food. All you have to do is call us, and we will deliver. People, there are people who really miss good food. And yun nga, kawawa lang sila. If I know I have not reached out to everybody who would come to our restaurant. Most of them, they still don't know that we do deliveries, we do catering. Uh, so when they find out, they are just so excited. So it's just a matter of really reaching out. Kami, we try as much as possible to reach out to everybody, but you cannot naman really
At this
do
time.
that. Yeah.
Well, another comment from Edel. Hi, Chef Jessie. Thumbs up for the super safe dining protocols. We felt safe dining there.
Who's
All
this?
right.
Edel?
Edel San. Edel San.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And
Edel Santiago?
hindi ko alam kung Santiago yung last, but nakasunod na Edel
Really?
San.
I only know one Edel. Edel Santiago. Yeah.
So in
Okay.
terms of airflow, did you have to change anything in the restaurant, or it's really more just social distancing and acrylic covers?
Uh, it's just that. Kasi naman Rockwell, you cannot, like some people would like to have, like, to open the windows, mga ganyan. So
Oo.
there's parang ano daw, parang alfresco dining.
Yes.
But then we cannot do that in Rockwell, kasi all the windows are fixed.
Mm-mm.
So we were not able to really change a lot. It's just the social distancing. But naman Rockwell is a very grand, very nice place with high ceiling. So it's very, very safe talaga. Well, as soon as when you enter, diba, there is this disinfectant mat
Mhm.
for your shoes. Tapos there's a table with alcohol and for the temperature. Yan.
And
But
question though, when the vaccine is around the horizon na, no, will there be a vaccine passport kaya in the restaurant o hindi naman?
well, actually, personally, Anton, sabi ko noon, ayoko magpabakuna. I don't like,
Oo
I don't
nga,
like
alam mo, yun nga, that's the debate, di ba? Ano nga, what do you think about vaccine nga?
ah, if you read all the, what goes around in YouTube and Viber and all this, you get scared. Diba? Have you read about that article that went around na when you get vaccinated, um, para bang you won't be the same person anymore because oh my god, yung mga ganyan. I don't know if those are true, but then I talked to Father Anton just 2 days ago and said, sabi ko, Father, ayoko magpabakuna. No, but he said, hindi pwedeng hindi ka magpapabakuna. Eh sige, sabi niya, you won't be able to go out. Sabi niya, the only way for you to go out and make your life normal is to get the vaccine. Because, well, actually, di ba, look, Pope Francis got vaccinated. And, yun nga sabi ko, of all people, if he agreed to be vaccinated, then why not me?
Why not?
I'm really so afraid because, Anton, having good health is one of my gifts. I hardly get sick. That is why I don't take medicine. I hate medicines. I hate tablets. I don't drink pills. I don't take those. It's because, as I've said, I'm thank God I have that kind of health na hindi ako sinasakitan ng ulo, walang yung mga ganyan. I still don't get sick. That's why I don't need medicines. And thank God I've reached this age na ganyan pa rin ako. That is why I'm so against the vaccine. Sabi ko, imagine, vaccine ako. Baka, I'm really very hesitant when it comes to putting medicines in my body.
Okay.
But, like what Pope Francis said, so as not to contaminate people around you, you have to do it. And that if that is one reason why we have to be vaccinated, then I have no choice. Diba? Rather than getting sick or contaminating people around you.
Yes.
Diba? You'll feel more. I will feel. I won't be able to forgive myself that happens. When people get sick because of me.
Yeah. That's a really good perspective. And I can see nga the Catholic Church is promoting vaccines. I've seen their campaign around it. And it makes sense, actually.
Well, actually now, I'm glad that they are able to accept that because, di ba, naman, the ingredients they put in the vaccine is not acceptable to the church.
Yes,
but
kaya nga I'm surprised nga
No, but at least they changed their opinion on that. And, well, if it is actually for the good of the majority, then I think we really have no choice, no? Diba? That's the reason why we're around. We have to look after people.
Yes.
Welfare of people, not just ourselves. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And no, that's very inspiring. And a lot of people say, I'm excited. Vince, of course, always saying, excited to see and hear that Chef Jessie is back. Yes, of course. How many years officially? 16 years? Or total
16
career?
years in Rockwell.
In Rockwell. In total years, including the BGC days pa?
BGC, the Les Soufflé days. We started the restaurant in...
Sorry, nag-mute. Nawala, chef. Hindi kita marinig.
Nawala ako.
Ayan na, okay na. Okay. Oo nga,
okay.
From Les Soufflé days.
Sorry. Yeah, we started the restaurant business with Les Soufflé in 1991. So, ilang taon na yan?
Wow!
Ilang taon na yan? That will reveal my age. Okay.
Wow,
Anyway.
1991. Ang galing Until... congratulations. That's a long time career. And we can see that... Too long. It's okay. And you're so up and running. Maybe just to end this conversation, maybe can you tour us around your place?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
maybe orient us, what are you showing us? Yeah. It's an
Okay.
exclusive from Chef Jessie.
Ako, I hope we won't get ano. You know, I will bring you to the most important part of the building,
Okay.
which is our chapel.
Okay, yes.
Di ba? Yung chapel. Teka. Buksan ko lang ilaw para maganda yung... Yan.
So can you describe where exactly you are, Chef?
I am at the fourth floor, which actually has our offices. So this is
Mm.
the hallway to the ayan, no, kita mo yan, no, may frame mo.
Oo.
Yan, the hallway to the chapel. Yan, we're entering the chapel. This is the lobby of this is the parang lobby of the chapel where I have all the pictures with Pope Francis. I made it into like a mini gallery
Mini
of
gallery.
the photos that I took that were taken during the visit.
Mm-hmm.
Yan. Yan.
Nice.
Ayan, di ba? So
Uh-uh.
all those photos. Yan.
And this is a private chapel, Chef? Or
I was actually during the time you were planning, sabi ko, ano lang, private chapel lang for
Mhm.
us. But then, when people come here and they see the chapel, ayun, ano na, gusto na nila gawin na, yan, ito, this is the chapel.
Wow, ang ganda.
Oh, yan.
What's the name of the chapel?
I called it the Holy Trinity Chapel. That's the ceiling.
Nice.
The ceiling is there is a hole in the center, and you cannot see the ano eh. Teka. The Holy Spirit, yan oh, merong Holy
Oh,
Spirit.
yeah. Actually, oo. So that's ano na, from the outside na diretso yan.
Yan. The Holy Spirit,
Mhm.
the Holy Trinity Chapel. So the hole in the center represents God the Father who provides us with, who is the source of everything. And then that golden parang star like thing, no? That
Mhm.
I copied that from the Church of the Nativity
Mhm.
in Holy Land.
Mhm.
So that represents Jesus, and of course there's the Holy Spirit. And
Yes.
I have Mama Mary there. Mama Mary, Fatima, and then this is Saint Michael.
Michael. Okay. Yes.
Nawawala ka. Yan, Saint
Ah,
Joseph.
yeah. Yes.
Okay. My
Oo.
patron saint. And then we have the the mysteries of the Holy Rosary.
On top.
Yan.
Wow. Okay.
Oo.
Nice.
Yan.
Oo.
So now, yan, meron akong I have yung dressing room for the priests over there.
Over
Okay?
there.
Yan. Yan. Okay, so
So, Chef, I'm sure some people
uh-huh.
will ask, may nagpapakasal ba dyan? Or wala?
Hindi
It's not
pwedeng
allowed.
wedding eh.
Hindi pwede.
Wedding and not allowed baptism kasi those have that one has to be done in
In the church.
in the church.
Oo.
Oo. Tapos ito yung aming office. Ito
Office.
office
Wow.
namin. O yan, ang aking mga staff. Oh.
Hello.
Yan sila.
Hello, guys.
Oh, mag-hi kayo kay Anton.
Hello.
Sila pa lang yung
Wow.
pumapasok. Sila pa lang.
Sila pa
Yan.
lang.
Oo.
Okay. That's
Sila pa
good.
lang. Okay? And my
Okay.
office is over there. You want to see my
Okay.
office? You want to see my office?
Hindi na. Yung ano tayo,
Yeah.
Chef?
Kitchen.
Kitchen. Oo.
Halika, punta tayo sa kitchen. Okay, I have to go down the stairs. Okay. So I'm going down the stairs. Going to the, ano na to? This is supposed to be the third floor.
Okay, so we're waiting. Oops.
Ayan.
Nawali. Yan. Yon.
Ito na, kitchen na tayo, kitchen. Yan. Ito. So, I entered the kitchen. Ito yung aming walk-in chiller, freezer. This is the cold kitchen. Ayan, si Richardo, hindi naka-uniform. Oh, pero naka-mask at saka hindi nila alam na pupunta ako dito, ah. Ayan, this is our cold kitchen.
Okay.
And then this is our
So this is the
main
commissary,
kitchen.
the main
This,
kitchen.
this is the commissary. This is the whole hot kitchen. The main kitchen.
Nice. Okay.
Gusto mo yung ilaw mo para makita niyo ang Anton.
So this is where all the food will be coming from. So parang it's a ghost kitchen na rin in a sense, no?
Yeah, it is. Yes. So
Yes.
all the food for takeout and dito namin ginagawa.
Ginagawa.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
And, yan. And then may butcher section.
Wow, it's a
Yan,
complete
may
kitchen.
butcher. Oo.
Okay.
And then dito sa pastry. Oh, yeah, meron akong malaking oven. Oh, yan, pastry. Ito ang pastry.
Wow, okay.
The pastry, and this is where we bake all the bread.
All the breads, no?
This is
Okay.
supposed to be my R&D kitchen. Yan, this is my R&D kitchen.
Okay.
Yan. And
Wow.
then, yan. And, ayan o, nagagawa ng bread si Pong. Oh, yan.
Nice. Wow. Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Chef. All right.
Alright. Okay. Ayan. Oh,
Wow. But you cannot eat in the commissary, correct?
Okay.
It's closed there.
it's
In the
closed pa.
it's-
Yeah, we're closed now eh. Closed
Oo.
kami ngayon. Yes.
Okay.
Closed. Kasi nga, para bang, I don't like to open it to people kasi nga, di ba? You
Oo.
never know. Actually, there are a lot of inquiries about yung events, no? Pero kaya lang nakakatakot eh. Ito yung cafeteria nila. Ayan,
Okay.
dito sila kumakain.
So they're staying there, di ba? The most of your
Huh?
team are
Yeah, they're all staying
they're
here.
staying in the building.
Bakit sa mga
Okay.
ilaw sa inserno? Oo. Yeah, they're all staying here. Ito yung, bababa ako ngayon sa mezzanine. We call this the mezzanine. Ako, ang dilim mo. We call this the mezzanine.
And
Dito
what's the
naman,
mezzanine?
Events hall din ito. Pero dito natutulog yung mga taga-Rockwell ngayon. Oo, dito natutulog yung mga taga-Rockwell. Kasi
Okay.
hindi na sila pwedeng matulog sa Rockwell. Dati they were allowed to sleep in Rockwell, but now hindi na eh. O then
So-
nasa ground floor na ako.
Oo.
Ito na yung ground floor. Kasi buksan mo yung mga ilaw, dali buksan mo lahat yung ilaw.
Now, Chef,
Ayan.
wow, Chef. So, ang laki pala rin ng cost just to maintain all the safety protocols, no?
Oo, yes. So, yeah, kaya ano talaga,
Oo nga.
kailangan kumayod ng gusto.
Did you keep your prices the same? Or a little lower?
Alam mo,
Or
Anton,
a little...
in as much as I wanted to,
Mhm.
pero nagtataas yung ibang nagtataas talaga ang mga ingredients. Yun
Okay.
lang na-apektuhan. Only the dishes that were affected by the price
Inflation.
increase. Yun ang inano ko. Yun ang ini-increase ko. Pero kung hindi naman kailangan increase, hindi naman. Yan, we have 2 elevators.
Okay.
Yan.
Oh, I remember you opened this pa before the pandemic, di ba? Chef Jessie.
A year before the pandemic.
A year before the pandemic. Oh, nga.
Yes. Oo.
Wow.
Ayan. Tapos we always have, ito palagi akong may table dito by the entrance. Kasi dito dumadaan lahat yung mga food for takeout namin.
Okay.
Para walang pumapasok. Walang pumapasok talaga. So kung may mga Grab, nagpipick up yung mga Grab drivers, yung mga dito lang dumadaan.
Nice. That's a good one.
Oo. Yan.
Right.
And then,
Nice.
oo nga, ito, dito kami nag-shoot ni yung si
Sino?
Car, Karen? Carla?
Carla. Yes.
Carla. Si Carla. Dito kami nag-shoot, dito sa kitchen na to. This is our
Ah,
coffee shop.
that's
Yeah,
where
this
you.
is the coffee shop. Oo, dito kami nag-shoot. Wala naman ngayon, di ba? Sarado. Ito yung coffee shop kitchen, nasarado naman.
Oo.
And then, ito yung aking pastry shop. And Anton, I tried opening the pastry shop last January.
Oh, what happened?
Konti lang tao talaga pumupunta eh. So, I decided to close it again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So everything
Kasi
is.
sayang lang eh. Talagang, yan, natin mo, the mural.
Ay, ang ganda.
Yung parang story.
Oo.
When I won sa Maya Cook Fest,
Oo.
and then I worked at Hotel Intercon.
Okay.
Ayan, Intercon Days. Di ba? And then we opened the souffle.
Oo, pati Lee Souffle. Nila Souffle.
Ah.
Wow.
And then, ayan, yung ginawa sa Rockwell.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yun na, yung sa building. Diba?
Nice.
Si Pope, si Cardinal. Yan.
Yes.
Oo. Yan.
Wow, galing. Congratulations. I'll read some comments. May nagko-comment eh. From Christine Loven Romano Catoloco. Shout out sa Rockwell staff. Okay, I'll read lang.
Stop ko yan sa Rockwell. Stop ko yan sa Rockwell.
Joel Manalili, Awesome Planet
Si
with
Joel,
Awesome Guest.
yeah. Ay, Joel, naku, nanonood kayo ha? Ba't nyo nabalitaan?
Mary,
Actually, I should have, told everybody to watch. Kaya lang, wala akong nasabihan, Anton. Honestly,
it's
wala
okay
akong
lang.
nasabihan.
Most people watch on the replay naman. Mary Alacar, hi chef, it's nice to see you on live. Stay safe. Alright.
Okay. Si Marianne, yan ang aking manager sa Top of the City before at saka sa BGC.
Oo nga.
Oo.
Alright. Maybe, I know you're very busy, chef. Maybe last few message na lang to people. Let's say, final thoughts on, I know our industry has been hurt very bad, no? And this year, marami pang restaurants that would close, no? It's the financial impact will really feel it this year. Any message to the people in the restaurant industry and final thoughts? So para naman ma-inspire sila.
Okay. My colleagues in the restaurant industry, please, walang iwanan. Try to hold on. We're doing our very best to really survive. Okay lang that, we won't make money out of doing out of running the business. It's okay. Just as long as we survive, we still, we will still have serve. We will still be able to serve and cook for people, most especially our loyal clients around the world. Just have faith. Hold on to God. And God, who is all good, will keep his promise.
Hi, chef. You're getting cut off lang. But thank you so much, chef. Alright. Hindi, chef, baka Can you go closer to the door lang para for the signal? Ay, nawala si chef. All right. So, we were talking to Chef Jessie Sincioco, one of the pillars of the restaurant industry here in Manila. And it's just so awesome to talk to Chef Jessie and on what's happening in the industry. And tama sabi niya, let's have faith, let's hold on, and let's support the food and of course also the travel industry here in Manila. All right. Thank you so much.